Damn, Q. Baby, you did that.
What up, man? It's your boy Shad. Shad vs. Everybody podcast. Voice of Detroit. Motherfucking podcast MVP in this motherfucker, man.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
What up, man? It's your boy Shad. Shad vs. Everybody podcast, episode 153. Got a special guest in the building, man. You wear a couple hats, man. I see you was an actor, man. You was in a movie, Be Somebody. Shit, man, rapper. What you say? You the most hated but your favorite.
The most hated but your
You know what
favorite.
I'm saying? We got Valid, aka Macho Man Randy Valid.
Yeah, that's me.
What
up, dog?
You all right?
Yep.
Man, I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me, bro.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Now, we start everything off with a salute me while I'm here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we wait for people to, pass away before we can give them some flowers. You know what I'm saying? We write that long caption or that long message on Facebook saying how we love him or her instead of giving them that same, love while he's still around. But it can't be the easy answer. It can't be, mom or pops or your lady or kids. It got to be somebody out of that immediate circle.
Mm-hmm.
So you got somebody you want to go ahead and shoot some flowers to, bro?
Yeah. Let me see. So it's in my like music immediate circle. The homie DJ Head. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If he sees this, thank you for everything, brother. I appreciate you big time. So DJ Head is kind of like my main executive producer behind everything I do, and that's the homie who was with Shady Records, produced a lot of M's and D12's biggest records and shit like that. And, he's been to the mountaintop in this music game.
Yeah.
And out of all the rappers in Detroit, he fuck with me.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's humble. He's genuine. He give you the shirt off his back. You know what I'm saying? He invests his time, energy, money.
For sure.
What we doing, and that's one of the coolest things ever in my life.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, DJ Head. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. Shout out. And speaking of salutes, man, I know I said no parents, man, but your mom got a birthday coming up.
Yeah, man. How the hell you know that? You think I'm on Narwhal right now?
Yeah, man. Your mom's birthday, what? March 19th?
You fast much?
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I know I do a little research, man. So just talk about her, man. Talk about how important she's been to your life, man.
Oh, bro, it's my Dukes. It's obviously I love music. I do music, and my earliest memories of music. So my mom and my father aren't originally from America. They grew up in a different part of the world, and so we're Serbian, Yugoslavian, whatever you want to call it. Yugoslavia doesn't exist no more. But when growing up, we were Yugoslavian, that then the wars happened and the countries broke up, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
But growing up, my earliest memories of music is music from that culture. You get what I'm saying? From where my parents are from. So whether it just be her like cleaning the crib, just singing or whatever, or music playing on the radio on a Sunday, like those are my earliest memories of music in general. And then I saw this fly ass motherfucker named Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah,
fucked my head up forever.
No, for sure. Hell yeah,
and the rest is history. You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Hey.
And then I discovered hip hop, and then
Well, I think everybody like growing up. I think we probably around the same age, but everybody like growing up. Michael Jackson was like the first. You know what I'm saying?
He was, bro, and the album was already old by the time like I discovered it as a kid.
Yeah,
but when
for
I
sure.
discovered Thriller,
Yeah.
I think that album came out. What year did Thriller come out?
Shit.
It was already quite a few, damn near, you know what I'm saying, almost 10 years old by the time I got a hold of that tape.
Sure.
But my brother, who's about 8 years older than me, he had the cassette tape.
Yeah.
And I just remember popping in the radio. Like I knew who Michael Jackson was. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, oh, let me listen to this. That's the thing, man. I'm not going to, I'm bouncing around.
No, go ahead.
Don't listen to music anymore like how we used to.
Yeah,
but just to be like watching a movie.
Yeah, no,
like, I'm going to go in my room and listen to music.
Exactly. It
doesn't exist.
That was a thing to do.
That was a thing. Like, that's an activity in its own.
Exactly.
I'm going to lay on this bed, look at the ceiling, put my headphones on, and zone out.
Yeah.
Boom, you got it.
Man.
So, I'm a kid, and I knew Michael Jackson. I love the song "Beat It" and whatever. But when I put that tape in, and I'm hearing like the songs that weren't even singles, the shit was like a life changing moment. The one with motherfucking Paul McCartney, "The Girl Is Mine."
Hell yeah, dog. But I like you saying listening to stuff. My mom had the stereo system right by the window, by the front door.
Right.
I will have a chair and sit right there.
Yeah.
And just listen to an album, man. Like
that was me, bro, sitting on the porch with my Michael Jackson tape.
hell yeah.
Get at me.
My Michael Jackson song was that PYT.
Oh, bro.
Man.
I mean, his catalog, man, even from when he was like Jackson 5,
Oh, yeah,
a
for
kid,
sure. Yeah.
you know, and like his first solo album when he was still a member of the Jackson 5.
Yep.
That album goes so hard.
Man, hell yeah.
It's a kid Michael Jackson. It was a solo album. It's his first solo album, came out I think in 70 whatever.
Yeah.
And then eventually he became an adult and did, you know, Off the Wall and all that.
Yeah, Off the Wall.
But I'm a fan of and I'll even say this about Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like my shit soulful as fuck.
Yeah.
So, like, my favorite version of Michael Jackson is like the R&B soul version.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Too much the pop version.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about Beyonce. Like, Beyonce's got some bangers, dog.
No, for sure.
But I'm just like, this is quality, like, soul music, R&B music. The big, like, top 40 hits that, like, the white girls and the Burger are singing. I don't really give a fuck for those songs too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's a fact. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Like I said, I used to get good report cards to be able to give me a Michael Jackson album.
Yeah.
Like, man, I remember he had a song, what's off that Dangerous album with Shaq was featured on that one.
Yup.
Like, dog, I was in Michael Jackson head, man. Shout out to Michael Jackson.
I think Shaq talked about that when he was on whatever podcast. It was funny.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dog. Yeah, so yeah, salute to Michael Jackson and your mom. We get all that stuff, DJ Head.
Yeah.
Now, man, this a new year, man. It was still kind of early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How was everything going for you last year? Just life wise, music wise?
Last year, it was me and Stretch Money just grinding, working on the album. And you know, our album's coming out soon now.
For sure. We definitely gonna talk about that.
And so last year was just not putting out a lot of music, not doing too many shows, just really just stacking the arsenal. You know what I'm saying? We shot the videos last year and it was just creation mode. Mode and behind the scenes.
How hard is that to just be stacking and working, but on the outside people looking like, what's up with the music, where everything at? But you know you working, but you just ain't put it out until it's the right time.
You have to have patience.
Yeah.
Because I know for me, when, you know, I get like my engineer sends me the mix and master for a joint and it's done.
Yeah, you want to just.
And when I hit play and it gives me goosebumps, I'm like, I know this shit.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
I know it does. Like, can't nobody hear this and say, oh yeah, that was cool. Like, I know it goes hard. So you have to, you know, it makes you be like, man, I don't think I can wait to drop it.
Exactly. You want to put that shit out immediately.
Be patient. You gotta be patient. You just gotta know your time is coming and plan strategically. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And that's what it is.
For sure. We definitely gonna touch on that a little bit later. But like going into this year, what was the goals with music wise? Was it to, all right, I'm gonna drop this video first, tape, like how you thinking about the new year?
Yeah, me and the team, and when I say the team, I mean like me, Stretch, DJ Head, and quite a few other people. We had a plan of attack that, okay, on this very date, this single drops.
Yeah.
X amount of weeks later, this single drops.
Yeah, for sure.
Between those, this visual drops. Like, you know, it's definitely pre-calculated, planned, and the whole rollout is nothing is just, oh, let's just post this or let's just put this out. It's a plan of attack. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like artists now, like they don't have like a plan? They just say, oh, I'm a rapper or I'm an artist. I'm just gonna do music, put it out, not thinking about, you know, saying how we gonna put it out or how we gonna, you know, say market it or work the song. Like, you think it's too many people just putting out music but not really like thinking of ways to.
I don't know if it's too many people. Maybe sometimes I think about that often, and I think maybe sometimes I'm a dinosaur in that sense, where it's like going back to the Michael Jackson conversation. Music has changed because the way we listen to music has changed and technology. So music itself, unfortunately, nowadays is much more disposable.
Yeah.
It's here today, gone tomorrow.
Facts.
So that's why, like, you see a million rappers, they just post shit
Yeah.
and it might work.
Yeah.
It's maybe the fact that they treat their music as here today, gone tomorrow, and disposable, and not like this like piece of art that they worked on for years or some shit like that, like Dr. Dre and whatever. Maybe that's a part of the appeal to this generation of music consumers. It's just, yo, a short song, put that shit on Instagram and TikTok and let it do what it do, and then we get another one, and then another one, and nothing sticks.
At all.
Nothing is
all.
because it's disposable, and I think for whatever reason, subconsciously, maybe that's a part of the appeal. It's just it's like fast food. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because people judging music now off of first listen. 2
seconds, bro. It's like, a lot of great music's being made. We're just talking about Nas and Hip.
For sure.
When Jay-Z did 444, I love that album. Like even the GOATs, bro, when they drop an album, we talk about it for what? A week,
exactly.
2, and then it's like Kendrick came out.
Kendrick dropped this album. It was like, all right, bet we talked about it. Kendrick, it's been 2 years. Then it was like, all right, we ain't talk about it no more. You know what I'm
saying? And that goes to what I was saying, where it's just like there's no, and that's why a lot of cats they don't even make albums. They just drop singles.
Or a little 4-song EP.
4-song EP, and it's all very. And even if the music is good, it doesn't stick. And I think that doesn't really have much to do with the artist. It has to do with us, as
exactly,
society,
the consumers,
and the consumers. And it's like we have so many options, and it's so not just options. We have so many options and so much easy access to all these options.
Exactly,
it's at the tip of my thumb, in Spotify and whatever. So it's like
you saying that is true because you just have to go get you a CD. And then you borrow your homeboy CD because you ain't got it. So y'all in trade CDs, like, you know what I'm saying? You had to go buy it. And then you ain't got $20, so you're like, damn, what CD I'm gonna get? You feel me? Like
and then we appreciated the art more. We gave it more time. And I think that's why the word itself, classic, has a different meaning nowadays. It's not the same. Like in 1960, whatever, when Marvin Gaye dropped What's Going On, everybody on this street went to the fucking store to buy that album.
For sure, bang.
You feel what I'm saying?
No,
and everybody on this street was listening to that album.
Yep.
And it became a part of
growing
culture.
up.
And it lasts for your grandparents listen to that song, your parents, now you, and that's why we say Michael Jackson, Thriller, classic. Marvin Gaye, classic. Dr. Dre, The Chronic, classic. Eminem, Marshall
Doggy Style,
classic. What's classic now? It's no way anything, regardless of the quality of music, can be classic like that in the modern world, because now with so many options and so much access, everybody on this street ain't listening to the same album
at all.
This guy's favorite rapper might be some fucking rapper from Indiana that you never even heard of before. And you listen to someone he's never heard of before.
Exactly.
So the whole community doesn't rally behind one album.
No, not at all.
So now, to me, it's like every artist is their own little music industry. And you know, that rapper from Indiana that you don't know about, he's going to come and do a show at St. Andrews in Detroit, and his little following is going to show up, and the one you fuck with is going to come to Detroit or wherever the fuck and do a show, and you're going to go. And it's like, so when these artists nowadays, and me, whatever, if we drop something that's classic, all that really means it's classic to your following.
Exactly, to your people,
We as a society, we got way too many options, and we're not on the same page anymore.
For sure.
With like movies and TV shows, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'm a huge pro wrestling fan. The shit is different now because when I was a kid, Monday night.
Monday Night Raw.
We all talking about it on Monday morning. Ooh, we're all
then on Tuesday you in school.
We're all talking about it.
For sure.
It don't work like that no more, bro. Because we have DVR, or DVR is even played out now. We have it. I can watch it on demand, whatever. And there's too much wrestling now. So it's me and the kid in 6th grade. He's a wrestling fan. The kid next to him is a wrestling fan, and they don't even probably fuck with the same wrestlers, the same wrestling. They don't watch it at the same time. So the community ain't like that.
No, for sure. I definitely was going to. So I was going to bring up the wrestling stuff, but you said classic album. So to you, who had the last classic album in your opinion?
Based on like how dope it is, or based on like the whole world was like, this is it? Because I would say probably Mad City, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar shit.
Yeah.
To Pimp a Butterfly.
I'm about to say, I like
Drake.
To Pimp a
I think
Butterfly.
Drake has had moments, and I think he's like the only one. He is like our Michael Jackson, where it's just like everybody in the world fucks with Drake.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? It just is what it is. And I don't even think you can say that about any of the goats, like the Nas, the J's, the M's, the whoever you fuck with in hip hop, the legends. I don't think there's any singers, anything like that, other than what? Maybe Rihanna, Beyonce, Drake. Those are Prince or Michael Jacksons or whatever.
That's the only person that, I say this all the time, like how our parents had, Nia Baker, things like that. The only person we had is R. Kelly, and we came in, you gotta like kind of talk, you gotta talk to him, you gotta talk about him low key, like you can't be loud with it.
Man, R. Kelly was a bastard, but dog, do you remember?
Exactly. Like he was the person that we was gonna grow up and be 60, 70, 80 years old and be like schooling the kids like R. Kelly. That was a motherfucking, monster. He was a genius with the music. But now, hey man, I don't talk about R. Kelly, but that shit was hard. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We came into the world in a weird time, bro, and we got to see but this is kind of like a cool thing too, man, is I really do think, and I don't care what nobody says, I don't know which camera I'm supposed to look in. Everybody feels this way about their generation. I get it, but I can prove that I'm right. The dopest era ever to be a kid or a teenager was the fucking 90s, bro.
Not for sure. Hell
yeah. And I can prove it. I got an argument that's unbeatable.
All right, what's up?
All the shit that like our parents had growing up, that they would be like, we used to ride bikes, we used to go outside and play football. We did too.
Yeah, for sure.
But we also had Nintendo.
Yeah, no.
We also had cable TV. We had technology. It was the perfect.
It was
blend.
like,
It was like, all right, we're gonna play, Sega Genesis for a minute. But we're gonna go outside and play football.
For sure, yeah. People mess them up.
It was the perfect hybrid of the old world, and the new world.
The new world coming,
And it was like we had technology, but it wasn't so much where it fucked up our real
exactly.
lives.
Yeah. We still had social life.
We didn't have these phones that are like a ball and chain to us. So I always just say we had the perfect mix.
No, you're right.
Of the old world that our parents had and the new world that the kids nowadays have. We are the hybrid. And also, man, come on, let's really talk about it. Music, fashion, sports.
Oh no, hell yeah,
bro! I watched Michael Jordan in real time, cuz on TV. I watched Mike Tyson in real time.
Exactly.
In my childhood, I watched the Michael Jackson concert on VH1.
Exactly.
I saw motherfucking in 1999 towards the end of that shit. Hi, My Name Is by Eminem drop. Like, come on, man. Okay, that's music shit, but like, yeah, man. Like the sports, and
shit. The fashion, you guys say fashion because they doing it. They dressing like that now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Fresh Prince. I watched that every episode. Martin. I watched it every episode, bro. It's just for sure. Like. And even like the corny shit was good.
Shit, movies
and Full House was
Steve, Family Matters and shit, though.
Like even like Boy Meets World, like
like, don't talk about Topanga Boy. Topanga was
dopest fucking childhood.
No, when you say like that though, it's true because like I said, our parents wasn't able to sit in the crib and play a game with their friends. So we playing the game, but we outside riding bikes. We outside playing 21.
Yeah,
you know,
and all the classic video games that are praised nowadays, the Mortal Kombats, I grew up on that. I remember when Mortal Kombat came out, when Street Fighter came out, when
007
came out, 007, Nintendo 64. I saw it all. But you want to know what was so dope about those games?
What up?
Opposed to nowadays, which the games, I'm not even a gamer like that, but the games they have nowadays, bro, are fucking, the graphics are incredible.
Man, what? Real life. That shit hard to play.
You want to know what's dope? My video games still brought me and my friends from down the street together.
No, for sure, yeah.
They had to come over, or my mom.
We just talking about that
at my cousin's house, and we'd be playing video games. All my aunt would order like a pizza, and
bro.
It's fuck the game, bro. I'm enjoying time.
With my homies,
man.
yeah.
And nowadays,
man, I just posted this on Facebook, man. I say as a little kid, life was simple. I enjoy shit like going to McDonald's and playing in the little play area, going to the grocery store and going down the cereal aisle.
Yeah.
It was a going Blockbusters and your granddad say get a game and a movie. That's it.
So
now you gotta really strategize. What movie I'm gonna get? What game I'm gonna get? Because I can only get one each. You feel me?
It's and now this world is different, bro. Go to the mall in 2023. That's the most depressing shit you can do.
No,
go to a mall right now,
man.
Dog,
man, like going to a mall.
I never walk into a mall again.
Yeah, no, you be okay.
I just want to save the memories because I used to love going to the mall.
Man, what?
When my mom, even though I was a kid, and my mom had to go shopping for like a dress or some shit like girly shit. Like just going to the mall was like everything. An event to me. Like I'm gonna be out in public. Who knows who I'm gonna see, what I'm gonna see.
You get your phone number.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and going shopping and like the world was alive.
That was our Saturday, man. Me and my homies, we'd get together and we'd catch the bus to the mall. We might have enough money for clothes, but we for sure got money for food.
Yeah.
If you ain't got no money for nothing else, you got money for the food court.
And it was just, it's real life interaction. Bro.
Yeah,
you talking to the person behind the register, hey, how you doing? Da, 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 da.
Yep.
And it's like now, dog, you go to the mall, you're going to see one of those things like in the Western movies, like the hay, like rolling, like the ball of hay or whatever the fuck.
Like, man, because you see, they closing all these malls down, bro. It's pointless. Like right now, we was talking about on his show.
Amazon.
You could do phone, everything.
Why should I go to the mall?
Why go to my friend's house where I can call him and say, jump on live? Jump online, dog.
But you missed something like
jump online. Man. Hey, jump on live so we can talk. Or let me FaceTime you. Or you know what I'm saying? Everything is the phone. You don't have to move.
You don't have to move. And that scares me sometimes. It's like, well, you know, what's the future of evolution of man? Yeah. Where's it going? That's a way deeper.
Man, I asked my son 16. I said, dog, why don't y'all never like spend night with your house, like kick it like that?
Well, I don't have to, bro. I can kick it right here.
Exactly. Hey, play him in the game online and watch him and his reaction on your phone.
So it just is what it is, my Jeezy. You know, and on the flip side to that, I guess you can say, and people are gonna get mad at this, I guess you can say things always get better.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At one time, we didn't have a car.
Mm-hmm.
You had a horse and carriage. Mm-hmm. So they invented a fucking car to move you faster and more efficient.
Exactly.
So maybe this is just evolution. The phone, I can fucking talk to somebody in Tokyo, clear as fuck, without having to get on a plane.
Exactly,
it's more efficient. But it just kind of gets to the point where it's like, if everything becomes so efficient, everything becomes so convenient. I wasn't even trying to get on this point. It gets to the point of like, then what's the fucking point of even being alive, bro?
No, for sure, fast.
Like if everything's done for me, if the blinds know that it's too dark in here and they close themselves, or the TV knows itself, or the car drives itself, like we were already seeing. All this shit. Then what the fuck
am I doing? Yeah, I'm just living.
Useless.
No, for sure.
You know, and like I have a theory where it's like, you know, not to be on no space age motherfucking sci-fi shit, but it's like the evolution of man is gonna be like, are we just gonna end up becoming just like mental beings that live in the fucking digital cloud? Like, are we eventually gonna say, if there's no reason to drive, there's no reason to do this, we don't even need flesh and bone no more. Like, just your mentality is gonna be like a USB stick. Like you're gonna be like, what was the fucking leader of the Power Rangers? The fucking face, Zordon.
Zordon, yeah.
Are we gonna be like Zordon, where it's just like a mental being?
Yeah, it's right there. Exactly.
Because we don't need. What the fuck do I need this body for? I gotta go outside and start.
I gotta do shit.
I don't gotta cut my grass. I don't got everything's done for
you. Don't have to start the car. You got boom, boom, hit.
Yeah, and eventually, we don't even have to talk no more because they're already working on shit where it's like you can just communicate, like through your mind and shit like that. So there's no language barriers. And I forgot. I think Elon Musk or one of these bajillionaires was talking like, the way we communicate with words isn't efficient enough. Like, when people say like, oh, words just don't describe how much I hate that person or love that person or da-da-da-da. Or I'm trying to explain the story to you, but I'm having a hard time. Da-da-da. they're like, eventually we're gonna have technology that eliminates all of that, where you don't even have to open your mouth. It's what I'm imagining and what I'm trying to express to you goes straight from the inside of my mind to your mind.
Yeah.
So what the fuck, bro?
Man, bro.
We just gonna be beings.
Yeah, we just gonna be here.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Cause you already see when you like, man, go to your local Walmart or something like that. Like, you ain't interacting with nobody because you scan everything yourself. There's nobody, no cashiers there.
You ain't gotta talk.
Yeah, you ain't gotta talk at all. You got kind of like nowadays. You gotta force yourself to talk if you're not living with people.
I can order a giant product. It doesn't matter, bro. A huge fucking thing on Amazon without even opening my mouth, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gotta open up the fucking phone book to call somebody.
Nope.
Ask them. Just
that's it.
$200,000 worth of shit.
Yeah, it's here.
Come on, man.
You can gamble on your phone. You ain't gotta go to casino no. You ain't gotta do shit, bro.
It's weird, my G. It's weird.
And now, and you saying what you saying, it's like shit. In a minute, kids ain't gonna have to even go to school. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what if it gets to a point where you don't even have to learn? It's motherfucking knowledge on a USB stick, bro. We're cyborgs. Bloop. And that's another thing too. There's a theory where it's we are already like cyborgs. Not that there's like a chip in us or whatever, but we're cyborgs in the sense of the modern human. Everything is run and everything is done by electricity and lights and digital. Like, the stoplight tells you when to go. And it's red and green. So that's, your alarm clock tells you when to wake up. So we're not, at this point, we're like half man, half robot.
No, for sure.
The noises and the lights that my phone makes dictates what I do and how I feel and tells me what I'm supposed to do. And I don't have to think, oh man, okay, I'm gotta go get off 94, go to Gratiot, go to Van Dyke, whatever. My phone tells me.
For sure. We were just talking about it yesterday. Like, dog, imagine somebody had to read a map to get somewhere.
Bro, these kids are fucking like on to the ocean.
Like, we had to, like I said, go on MapQuest, print that shit out, read where you gotta go, all that shit. Nowadays,
go even further back. Our parents' generation.
Yeah, they got a map in that motherfucker.
Folks, we're going on a family trip to fucking Tallahassee.
Your mom got the whole map in the car, though. Like, bro, now you can find like, dog. What's the point of teaching your kids a sense of direction when they could just type in the address?
Look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah, like, dog, like you got.
No, that's not reality no more.
Yeah, like you just type this shit up, bam. All right, that's how you get there. All right, cool. The GPS Siri gonna walk you all the way through. Hey, you gonna make a right at the next light. Like, now it's telling you at the next light. Like,
nowadays, fucking Google Maps will tell you, like, after this Burger King.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. It just did that to me today.
Yeah.
After the Burger King, I was like, damn, bitch, you in my car?
Hey, dog, it's wild, bro. It's wild. But hey, your argument with that 90s shit is valid.
Man.
Speaking your name.
Pun intended. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, that shit.
We had the best of both worlds.
We did, dog. It was like everything was an adventure. Everything was just fun. You know what I'm saying?
We played Madden, and then we went outside and really tossed a real football around.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
And we kicked it, and we scraped our knee, and we got in the fights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real life
hell yeah. Now, we just talking about classic albums, and you know what I'm saying? Doing my research on you, man. You are a wrestling head.
Yeah.
And I grew up loving wrestling, dog. So give me your greatest WWF moment, you know what I'm saying, that you can just remember.
Oh, man.
I know it's a lot of them, because matter of fact, I just watched something the other day about NWO, and I just realized and discovered that Hollywood Hogan was not supposed to be a third member.
Yeah,
Sting.
They had Sting in the back just in case Hogan changed
they didn't know.
mind.
They didn't know until he came out there that he was.
I would say that's one of the greatest moments in wrestling history is the formation of the NWO.
Hell yeah, that's
that was in WCW.
Yep.
As a kid, I was always pro WWF, anti WCW. But I can't even front. That was one of the coolest moments ever.
Hell yeah.
I'm kind of biased, man. My favorite wrestler ever, hands down, is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Best wrestler ever, dog.
He's the GOAT.
Best wrestler ever, dog. He was the Rockers, dog.
Rockers in the 80s, man.
Him and Marty Jannetty,
I'm
boy.
telling you, dog, the 90s, we got to see him turn on Marty Jannetty, became the sexy boy. For like 5 years, he was the Intercontinental champ.
Exactly.
And then he became a main event, the showstopper, DX, all that, world champ. That was,
And shout out to my boy Lance. Me and my cousin Lance argue all the time. He always say that Bret Hart
was better.
Yeah.
Those are my goats. That's like the Tupac and Biggie of wrestling. And Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. You're either this camp or that camp. I love them both. And One of my favorite, I don't know if this is necessarily a moment, but one of my hands down, my favorite wrestling match ever is Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart, 1996, WrestleMania 12. This is what made me I was already a wrestling fan, but this match made me a wrestling fiend, bro. 96, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, 60 minutes, Iron Man match. And that shit just looked so, that's my style of wrestling where it's really like, we know, I have to suspend my disbelief. Like, I know you really can't suplex somebody in real life. It goes up straight, and then you drop them.
Yeah.
But they knew how to make it just very as realistic as possible. Like, if this was a real sport, and that's why I love Bret Hart. He always gave it this, like, vibe of, like, no, this is a real athletic competition.
Yeah.
I only have to suspend my disbelief so much.
Yeah.
And this shit ain't like, it doesn't look too choreographed. It doesn't look too much like a dance. And Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, man,
that was my shit.
That match was just so dope to me. And it's wrestling at its finest.
See, my favorite wrestling match was it's two of them. Is Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels for the ladder match. Yeah, that was my shit. And then when Stone Cold went against Bret Hart and he put him in a sharpshooter, he would not tap out.
That's a he'll bleed moments. Now, you want to talk about, so those are matches, but moments, I'll never forget this. I got goosebumps, bro. I was a kid, and when motherfucking Mike Tyson came and Austin got in his face, he goes, man, so just in case you did, I got a little bit of sign language for you. And then, Tyson pushed him, and it was like, oh.
Hell yeah, it went crazy.
Like, that's like, as a kid, bro, Mike Tyson was the most intimidating man alive.
Exactly.
As a little kid, bro, I could have sworn I had a nightmare one time that I was in the ring with Mike Tyson. He was the scariest, and especially too because that's how the media even depicted.
Yeah, he was scary.
He was a scary bad man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call him, the baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson. And we would go back to some 90s shit. My uncles would always order the Tyson fights, dog. And we would go, and I just remember seeing him it didn't matter who his opponent was, just sliced and diced in one round. And I was just like, he's the strongest. Like, no one can beat that man.
At all. Hell yeah.
So then when I saw Tyson in a fucking wrestling ring,
that's it.
Stone Cold Steve Austin,
went crazy.
It was like worlds collide, bro. It was like Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles. I was what the fuck is going on, dog? This goes against all, like, rules.
No, for sure. Hell yeah.
That's one of my favorite wrestling matches.
No, they used to have a casket match, bro.
Oh, Taker, bro.
Like, when they had, like, the original Undertaker was scary as hell. Him and Paul Bear.
Yep.
Oh, man.
They scared me as a kid.
Hell yeah, they came like, oh, he got a brother? Like, he motherfucker left burning?
That was a crazy moment. When Kane came out, that was the first Hell in a Cell match. Shawn Michaels and Undertaker. When Shawn Michaels took that spill off the fucking cell and fell through the table.
Bro, we can talk about that for hours, though. I'm like, man, I tell my son, like, bro, you don't understand how good wrestling used to be, man. Like, you don't understand how crazy I used to go. Like, my mom ordered a wrestling event for me. Oh, my God. Man.
Another one last moment too that fucked me up was when in the early 2000s when WWE bought WCW and they brought the NWO
back.
And that moment with Hogan and The Rock in the ring at the same time. And they made it official that they were going to face at WrestleMania. And then at WrestleMania, like before they locked up, the crowd was going crazy.
Yeah. See, I remember when The Rock was Rocky Maivia.
Oh yeah.
With the blue little tights.
It was like, in boxing terms, that would be like Tyson versus Muhammad Ali.
Sure.
Like general, So it was fucking crazy, but kind of like screw Hulk Hogan though. He said some foul racist shit.
He did. My son and mom like my son and mom was like, yeah, do Lil Rashad got a Hulk Hogan toy still? Yeah, throw it around. I'm like, I don't know.
A lot of wrestling fans had that sentiment, man.
All right, so before we move on from wrestling real quick, give me your personal, not who you think or who the world think, your personal top 5 wrestlers ever.
Ooh, ever. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna go with Shawn Michaels, Macho Man.
Yeah.
I was about to say Bret Hart, but I'm gonna go with Owen Hart. I think he was even better than Bret Hart.
Oh yeah, my dog.
Owen Hart was sweet as fuck and super underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, a cat in AEW, Kenny Omega.
Mm-hmm.
He's the fucking current like he's the Drake of wrestling to me. Like, he's that guy. And man, there's so many. I don't even know if I can give you a top 5 of all time, but if
Fucking Mankind.
Man,
3 motherfuckers do love.
what I got 4 right now, right?
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels, Macho Man, Owen Hart, Kenny Omega. Fuck, dog. So many are coming to mind, man. I'm gonna go with Vader.
Oh yeah,
Big Van
yeah.
Vader.
It was,
bro.
yeah, I mean,
Too
people know
athletic
Vader,
for a
dog.
man that big.
Yeah,
450 pounds.
People-
Fucking moonsault off the top. Bro. What the fuck you
People-
doing, bro?
All right, this is the last one for real. Who was a wrestler that people be surprised that you like? Miles was 1, 2, 3 kid.
Oh, he was incredibly dope. 1, 2, 3 kid is Sean Waltman, X-Pac.
Then he took the S-Pac, 6.
WCW.
Yep.
He is super underrated.
Yeah.
Awesome as fuck. His dopest match ever was on Monday Night Raw, him and Bret Hart, bro.
Yeah.
And surprised that I like. All right, here's a wrestler who sucked.
Yeah.
In the ring, he sucked.
Yeah.
But I still liked him just for like his look and persona.
Mhm.
His matches were usually terrible and not entertaining though.
Mhm.
Motherfucking Psycho Sid
Oh, yeah.
Justice.
Oh yeah. I remember he broke his leg, dog.
Yo, that's
That
the
shit was
most
crazy.
disturbing clips I've ever seen in my
He
life.
tried to do a little leg kick off the top rope.
He sued for that because the
that shit-
producers told him, like, fuck it, who cares about that story? But anyway, people like dog on him all the time for how terrible like of a wrestler he was, and even like other wrestlers have come out and said they were like he was like the hardest guy to put a match with together because he wasn't the most athletic or the most like he was stiff.
Yeah.
And
I can see that. You know what I say, Justice?
His persona, bro, and the way he looked like an action figure.
Yeah, for sure. He for sure like an action figure.
Who gives a fuck?
He was what? He was Sid Justice and Sid Vicious.
Yep, and Psycho Sid too.
Psycho Sid, yeah.
And it was just like, who gives a fuck, bro? Yeah. Like, all he needs to do is punch you and it looks good. Like, he ain't got to be the most athletic. When you look like that, the shit just looks like a comedy.
There was so many fucking wrestlers. Cain and Abel. Motherfucking
Booker T, dog. Harlem Heat was
motherfucking bushwhackers in his motherfucker.
Bushwhackers.
IRS.
One of my favorites too is British Bulldog.
Yeah,
that's so
Davey Boy Smith. Hell yeah.
Davey Boy Smith.
Hell yeah. Now I usually ask people a question like, growing up, what's something that they wanted to be that they never told nobody? I guess you probably want to be a wrestler.
Oh yeah, that was which is kind of cool, man, because so right now, on AEW, there's a wrestler there who fucks with me heavy. His name is Ethan Page. And I don't do his entrance music when he walks in the ring, but I do his he has a huge YouTube and social media presence, and the theme song of his YouTube channel is me. You know what I'm saying? And that's my G, and he's like a pretty big name in AEW. So shout out to the homie Ethan Page, all ego. So it was cool to do that and to see like a lot of the people who fuck with my music are wrestling heads through that. And also even before I met him, me and Kid Vicious, we did a joint called Young Bucks, and it was just based off the Young Bucks in AEW in New Japan and shit like that. And it was a really dope track. Me and Vicious are bouncing back and forth, and that was one of my first songs to get played like on Sirius XM and shit like that. And then the actual Young Bucks, who are like the best tag team in the world to me right now, they ended up retweeting the song, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's dope.
Just like me and Vicious were like, oh shit, like there was a lot of traffic coming to like the SoundCloud and Spotify because you know, the real wrestlers, the real Young Bucks showed us some love. So. And then on top of that, you remember Al Snow?
Yeah, for sure.
That's my homie.
Oh, for real?
And he owns a dope ass clothing company called Collar and Elbow. And it's almost like on some like, I wouldn't say hip hop, but it's definitely like some street fashion shit. Like he's got some cool young
Al Snow.
Yeah, shout out to Al Snow. He's got some cool young
he was in ECW.
Yep, he sure was.
Hell yeah.
He sponsors me. So like if you go to their website and you use promo code VALID, do that. And you buy some shit, you know, I get a few bucks from that. So it's just kind of cool. Like, yeah, I'm not a wrestler, but
you in that world a little bit.
Still, my music brought me back to that world.
Exactly. That's dope as hell.
It's kind of fresh.
Man, shout out to the wrestling world, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the wrestling community. One of the funnest, craziest, wildest, like people.
No, for sure. Now, dog, if you had to tell somebody about yourself using a song only, what song?
My songs?
or it could be your song, or it could be a song. Yeah, any song or any album. What song or album will best describe you as a person? It's always a little tough one, right there.
Yeah.
You know
That's a tough one. There's so many.
Yeah.
So many.
Like I want to know who Valid is without even talking to him though. He was press play. Like, this is me, man.
I'm gonna go with some old school shit. William Devine, just be thankful for what you got. Diamond in the back, sun over the top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Ooh, that's my jam. And when that's like one of my, like I tell people like jokingly, like, yo, at my funeral, make sure you play that shit. Like that's my theme music. Like if they did a movie on my life,
for sure, yeah, that's the intro shit.
Yeah, that'd be like the theme music. I love that joint. How much of it does it tell you about me? I don't know, but it's definitely something that I always took to heart was when he says you may not even drive a car, but just be thankful for what you got.
Yeah, for sure.
That's always, something that I preach. And and I had a song, a lot of people, they'll probably only know this song from me. If they only know one song of me, it's the track I'm Blessed.
Yeah.
Similar content where it's just like,
I can see that. Yeah.
And so that's just something, people always say I keep a positive attitude, a good attitude. That doesn't mean I'm always happy. You know what I'm saying? Or shit don't piss me off.
Hell yeah.
There's a few people I want to sock in the face.
Yeah.
But especially in the hip hop community. Not for rappers, just like douchebags.
Hell yeah.
And but I don't let that negative energy
for sure
consume me. But you can't let it you can't bottle it up and swallow it either, because then you just gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna talk about that song too, Bottle. That was a dope song.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate it.
You say emotions and talk about the last time you cried, dog. What's the reason?
Oh, man, it's a deep one.
I know you're a thug, man, probably.
The last time I cried,
what was the reason, bro?
Was less than 24 hours ago because I drank too much when I went out last night. And I had a puke.
Are you one of the person that
tears were coming out of my mouth? So that's the answer to the question.
I'm about to say, are you one of the person?
I'm not like I don't drink heavy. I like to drink, but I don't drink heavy.
Crazy, yeah.
And I can get tipsy and drunk, but last night I don't think I ate good yesterday. I don't think I ate anything yesterday.
Oh yeah, you go
crazy. It was a hot mess. And then the homies took me to the Gentleman's Club.
Yeah.
And then it was just more drinks coming at a fast rate. And eventually my body said, too much, too soon, brother.
Shut down.
And it came out. And
you'll cry with that for sure. You'll cry, hurt, pain, like, why I do this shit, dog. Now you've spoken a little bit about your parents not being from America and stuff. Let's talk about growing up, man. Where you from? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Who was in the house? Like, how was it growing up as a young Valid?
So my parents are from, like I said, they're Serbian, from at the time was called Yugoslavia. And there was there is and was a pretty decent sized Yugoslavian community in the 80s and 90s here in Detroit. And my mom, she stayed where a lot of Yugoslavian people stayed when she moved as a young girl to America in Highland Park. And my pop's side of the family, they were all from Southwest. So when they got married and they had kids and shit like that, we stayed in Southwest. When I was born, we lived in Southwest, right off McGraw.
Okay.
And then when I was real young, we moved right outside Detroit at the borderline of Detroit and Dearborn Heights, like Telegraph and Warren.
Okay.
If you know where Boneyard Restaurant is,
it's a staple in the city. That's pretty good.
That's my neighborhood. That's where I'm from. So, so that whole region right there, like Southwest, we still had a lot of family growing up in Southwest. Like that's when I tell you these stories about the 90s, a lot of them I remember at my aunt's house in Southwest. That's what it was. So that, and then, that Telegraph and Warren or Warrendale, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that area, Redford, Inkster is like my second home. You know,
for sure. Shout out to
that's the my stomping grounds
for sure.
And my church actually though, that I also spent a lot of time growing up because there was like a banquet hall and shit like that. Family events was around here. It's on Van Dyke and Outer Drive, right between 7 and 8. So. Serbian Hall, those are my that's my peoples and shit like that. So they have excellent food there. And and so that is that was the stomping grounds. But growing up, man, yeah, it was definitely. And I got a track with Boldy James that kind of touches up on this. Is
that foreign
yeah, it's kind of like how you identify yourself with Serbian people, especially the older people, especially the people in our community that were actually born there and came here or whatever. To them, I'm Americanized.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
But to American people, I'm still a foreign person. Yeah. So it's just kind of like
it's kind of hard to
yeah. So that's what that was like, because I'm growing up eating. I'm going to say like listening to traditional Serbian music in the household, like I mentioned earlier and shit like that. But then I'm also bumping Michael Jackson, and then it gets even deeper in a different culture where it's like now I'm listening to fucking Mos Def and Talib Kweli and Common, and it's like it's a whole. Now it's like, when you listen to music like that, kind of, it's not just, oh, this shit sounds dope. Now they're actually talking about real life shit. You know what I'm saying? That pertains to their community and their culture. So growing up a huge hip hop head, but you come from such this like traditional home, it's weird, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
It's for weird because, and then even as the individual,
I'll say, was that tough identifying with yourself, like having that, you know what I'm saying?
No, maybe at first it was kind of like, yo, can you be this and that at the same time? And I've realized there is no this and that. You like food because it tastes good, not because it's the food of your country.
Yeah.
Love the food. Yeah, maybe it has a big part to do with it that I grew up on our culture's cuisine and shit like that. Sure.
Yeah.
But I love it because I love it.
Yeah. Not because
it's from the same country as me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And the same thing with the music. I like Serbian music because I like it. I like hip hop because I like it.
Yeah, for sure.
And at the end of the day, I've realized that whether it's food or music or whatever, these are all just fake man-made boundaries. There's only music.
Yeah, for sure.
There's only music. There's no, to me, and I know a lot of people probably gonna have a problem with this, there's no such thing as rock and roll music. There's no such thing as R&B music. There's no such thing as country music. It's music.
Yeah.
It's fucking sound. It comes out of a speaker, and you like it or you don't.
Yeah.
To me, there's only two genres of music: real shit, whack shit. You know what I mean? And same thing with food, man. The whole world eats rice and beans.
Yeah.
The whole world eats motherfucking fried chicken.
Yeah.
We're all eating the same thing. We may prepare it a little bit different.
Yeah. Somebody might, for sure.
But as my man just said, Serbian Hall has excellent food, man.
Yeah.
Yo, Cuzzo's Chicken has excellent food, bro.
For sure. Yeah.
They didn't pay me to say that.
Okay. Hey, but if you want to.
It's at the end of the day, there's no such thing.
Yeah,
there's Mexican food, Serbian food, Arabic food, black food, white food. In my opinion, this is my
it's just good or bad.
It's just food, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're either gonna live life and enjoy whatever comes around you, whether it's music, food, art, culture, whatever the fuck, or you're not.
Yeah.
And that's my theory, and that's how I approach life. And yeah,
for sure. Now, when you spoke on Serbian music? You spoke on Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But when did you fall in love with hip hop to make it a point that you wanted to be involved in as an MC?
There's a couple of points, but the original was Biggie Smalls, bro. Okay. I was a young kid, and I'm sitting in the back of my uncle's truck, and I had to be 10 years old, bro.
Yeah.
And at the time, More Money, More Problems was like the song that was out here on the radio.
For sure.
And we didn't have cable TV just yet, I don't think. And I just remember being in the back seat, and my uncle, I think my brother could have been in the passenger seat. They're talking to each other, and he's like, yo, what do you want to listen to? You know, what's the fucking station the kids are listening to? You know what I mean? And he puts it on. And I just remember hearing that song, More Money, More Problems.
Yeah, went crazy.
First fucking time. And it was like a rush, bro. I'll never forget it. Because, when you're a kid, you soak up things. And, and it hits harder. You know
for sure, yeah.
It's like your first shot of alcohol is always going to be the strongest because, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So when I heard that sample and when I heard motherfucking like Mace rhyme, when I heard Biggie's voice and the shit he was saying, it was just like this is an energy here that I couldn't resist.
For sure.
It was like It was like wrestling. It was like, holy fuck, like this is like what the fuck's happening in my body. I'm hearing this right now.
Yeah, goosebumps, everything.
You know, music is powerful as fuck.
No, it is.
You know what I'm saying? It's more.
It brings all type of emotions.
A sound. Yeah, it's magic, bro.
No.
Like music is magic for real. And it put me in this fucking trance where I was just like, golly, like what the fuck was that? And I was like, every time we'd get in the car, I'd ask my mom to like go to like the hip hop station or whatever, if she would let me listen to the radio and whatever. And then we got cable TV.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what Biggie looked like.
Yeah, for sure. You just heard him.
And bro, I'm playing with motherfucking Power Rangers and shit.
Exactly.
So I'm not really into the music like that, but I knew when I heard it that shit felt good.
That shit was hard, yeah.
And we get cable TV. I probably flipped it on to MTV or BET or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw the video for Hypnotize.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers on boats with fine ass women everywhere.
Champagne.
The song is sweet as fuck. Biggie's doing his little.
Hell yeah.
I'm just like, that's who I want to be when I grow up. Like, fuck a job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be Biggie Smalls when I grow up.
For sure.
So that's the original. Like he was my gateway drug.
Okay.
Didn't really start writing rhymes or anything like that. I just remember like idolizing him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of started writing rhymes a little bit as a kid, 12, 13, couple years go by. And then that motherfucking white boy Eminem popped up on my TV.
Yeah, like, oh shit.
Hi kids, like violence, like all that shit. And I was just like, the fuck? Because at that time, bro, before M came out, as a kid who just recently got cable television, when I would go to MTV, there was like this giant divide that was based on race. It was like, these are the shows that the white artists go on.
Yep.
These are the shows that the black artists go on.
Yeah.
And then when I would flip to BET, it's only black artists.
Yeah.
For
sure. Yeah.
Maybe John B. And maybe as a kid, I thought he was black. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? So like, when you turn on BET in 1998, you know what I'm saying? Right before M drops, it was strictly, you would only see black artists on this, white artists on this. And then on VH1, at that time, I would never see no black artists. It was like contemporary, like weird white people.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And just joke. But with that, so it was like in my mind as a kid, because you're not mature, I really thought at that time, like, white people don't rap. So you can write these rhymes if you want for fun in your own head.
But it ain't happening.
You can't do it. It's like almost like a law.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. Yeah.
In order to be on BET, you have to be.
Yeah, you gotta be black. Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's very segregated.
Yeah.
It's not like the South.
For sure.
Like that. So that's what music was like. And I was like, damn, but I don't know, man. I like these black artists. They got way doper music.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they dope. Hell yeah.
Like rock and roll and shit. And even when I was a kid, man, there was some country songs I fucked with and everything like that. I love music. Going back to what I said, there's no such thing. It's just music to me. And but yeah, it just felt like very segregated. Like it almost felt like it was like a law in the Constitution. There's white music
and black music.
This and all of a sudden, this motherfucking white boy with Dr. Dre popped up.
He on both sides.
And I'm turning on BET and I'm like, I remember. I remember seeing his video on BET.
Yeah.
It fucked me up because I thought it was.
It was exactly. This is motherfucker.
And I was like, I guess there's no.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
That's
I can see why you would think that.
And I was like, I guess it's all good. I guess, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And then, because I remember like going to school with my other like homies who fucked with music and shit. And one of them was like, bro, why does BET play Eminem? He's not black. And it's like, this was a real conversation. And but and then it just gets to it, like you grow older, and you're not a dumb, naive kid.
Yeah, for sure.
You realize like, well, yeah, maybe he's not black, but the type of music he does is what you would call black music, and it caters somewhat to a black audience. So it is what it is.
Yeah,
you know
for sure,
what I'm saying?
for sure.
And then it just so that was like the number 2. So first it was Big,
then
and then it was
Eminem on BET.
And yeah,
For sure.
real, where I was like, it's okay.
Yeah, you can do it.
Participate.
Yeah, you
You
good.
And then it became the those are the 2. There's just 2 moments that I would say, but what really like inspired me though, even when I got older, the third moment that really like flipped this switch and was like, oh shit, hip hop is way more bigger than I thought. Because at that time, in middle school, whatever, bro, I only know the hip hop that MTV,
Yeah, the
BET,
popular hip hop.
yeah,
The radio playing.
that the companies are telling me.
Yeah, exactly.
The corporations are telling me about. So, which is dope.
Yeah.
You know, I fell in love with Jay, fell in love with Pac, fell in love with Big, fell in love with motherfucking DMX. I loved him.
One of my favorites. Yeah.
All the major artists were dope, but then BET Rap City, bro. When I'm in high school now, they're playing some more underground shit.
For sure. So you're starting to get hit a little.
All of a sudden, I'm seeing shit like Talib Kweli, and I heard the song "Get By," and I'm learning about, and that door like opened up, and then I got on a huge Tribe Called Quest kick, where it's like, no, bro, and like I had to like, so I started like reading a lot of XXL magazines, Source magazine, and it started exposing me to like, bro,
there's more
than just fucking rappers that the radio plays.
Hell yeah.
And there's different subgenres of this shit.
Different sounds, everything.
Of how legendary Tribe Called Quest is. And I'm like, how come I don't really...
Yeah, why you not getting love?
Well, how come, whatever the fuck. And so now I'm on that kick. And then I learned about MF Doom. And like MF Doom became huge to me. And then I was just like, man, a lot of this shit that's not even on the radio is doper fucking music.
For sure.
And then I became a huge Slum Village fan. And I was like, wait a minute, these motherfuckers from the crib.
Hell yeah.
You know, and
got Jay Dilla.
And all that shit. And like, so like Common ended up becoming one of my favorite rappers ever.
Yeah,
it's Common.
I love Common.
And, so just things of that. And I would say that was like kind of like the third installment of like, yo, bro, you ain't gotta be, you don't like the music I was making as a teenager, topic wise, and you know what I was trying to be, what I wanted to be was what I was seeing on MTV and shit like that, you know. And it was just kind of like, nah, bro, you ain't gotta do that.
You can, hell yeah.
You know? Like you don't want to be out here looking like motherfucking Malibu's Most Wanted, bro. Like that ain't you. You know what I'm saying? But it took, again, just like C&M, it took for me to discover all this whole world of neo soul hip hop, underground hip, like Gangstar, Primo, DJ
for sure.
And it's like I'm seeing all this, and it's just like, just be yourself, brother. You're gonna be all right.
You're gonna get it. That's a lot of times, but that's what they doing now, bro. There's a lot of rappers not being themselves because they see what everybody love, and they just go ahead and copy and paste.
Yeah, that's kind of whack. And I get it to an extent. I understand this is entertainment. You know, it is at the end of the day. And some artists don't like to say like look at it like that. Like, no, what I do is deeper, and you know, they romanticize it.
Yeah,
it's art. I hear you.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, all art is a form to the consumer. Now, maybe to you who created the art, it's expression, it's therapy, it's all that beautiful shit. But to the person who consumes the art, it's a form of entertainment.
For sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I understand. But at the end of the day, I always say, like, look, man, it's dope to have an imagination. It's a skill. It's a talent. It's fresh that you can write about something that necessarily you didn't live through.
For sure.
There's that's what makes a writer of any discipline great.
Because you know,
Stan Lee, who wrote comic books, could only write what he lived through.
Yeah, for sure.
People who write movies can only write scripts.
They're gonna be boxed in. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's dope, but at the same time, you don't gotta fake the funk.
No, for sure.
Be lying about
don't be out here
or portraying to be somebody you're not.
Yeah.
You know, and like a good example of that, like let's say like one of my favorite songs, Biggie, who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5-4. That never happened.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe he was in the lab smoking
Hell
and
yeah.
came up with a dope ass gangster ass story.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Mm-hmm.
But he is really from that lifestyle.
Exactly.
Obviously, we can see how his life ended, unfortunately. So it's not fake of him to write that story, even if that story didn't happen.
Yeah, he was coming from a different,
If I go in here and I say, who the fuck is this? Texting me at 5:46, and I'm talking about, shipping keys and all this shit. That would be fake as
fuck. For sure.
You don't live that life to come up with,
or you never, or even being around it, whatever.
And it's just like, so I'm always conscious of that, and like I say, man, it's dope to be able to write from a place of non-reality. But at the same time, you still got to hold on to reality, even when you do that.
So about what age, man, when you start taking serious and you like, damn, this what I want my profession to be?
When I was a kid, it was like that, and then when I got out of high school, and I realized, like, oh shit, I need money. So like, I fell back, did a little bit of college, this, that, and the third, and I just wasn't active. I was dating this chick, she wasn't having that, and I ended up breaking up with her, and like it was my early 20s, kind of later than most people. Like I was like probably 23, 24 at the time, and I'm working all these jobs and shit, and it was just kind of like, dog, I know what I want to do.
So let me go ahead. Let me get to it. Yeah,
it was just like kind of like, I missed it. I missed expressing myself. I missed the art. And yeah, there was a part of me that was just like, I want to do this for a living. This is my dream and whatever. And so that was like in my early 20s, and then I started hitting the streets, and I started rolling with Super MC, and I was passing out singles. I dropped a single in 2012 with me, Seven and General, Super MC, and my guy Cliff Note that did really well. We pressed up thousands of CDs like for less than $1 a piece, and just passed them out, and just worked on the craft. And then I realized, like, especially now that I'm older, I'm starting to get grays in this beard. It's like, yes, I want money. Yes, I want to be able to say I don't have a fucking day job, and I can
sure,
facts. But at the end of the day, we do it for the fucking art, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And if it wasn't for the art, and if it wasn't for the craft, and it wasn't for the love of that, and if it was strictly a profession, as you said, then I wouldn't have never worked on the craft. I would have just hired somebody to write my lines, and somebody, and just to create a dope product to sell, to make it a profession. But it wasn't. It's not about that to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because when you like that make the better MC. If you're not doing it for, okay, I gotta make this, I gotta do this for money. You're just doing it out of love because you love music, you love creating. You feel me?
Guy came down and said, "Yo, man, this is the limit of how many fans you're gonna get, whatever."
For sure, you good with it.
I would say, all right, where the lab at? I'm gonna still go and do it because I love the craft. And Mos Def said it dope. You know what I'm saying? He said something when he was doing an interview about when him and Talib Kweli and High Tech dropped Sound Bombing or whatever the fuck. He was like, we had a moment, and we were showing that you don't have to be industry. You don't have to chase money. He goes, now money was still important to us.
For sure, hell yeah.
He goes, but it wasn't the driving factor.
It was the end all be all,
he's like, it wasn't the engine, the motor, the motivation. He goes, it was in the car.
Yeah, hell yeah. For sure.
We ain't about to rap for free.
Yeah, you want that.
The motivation was the culture and the art and all that shit. And I guess that's, it can be both. Yeah. It's okay.
Now you spoke on dropping the song with Super MC and Seven in General, and that's doing something, but how big did you think things were gonna take off in 2013 when you dropped Vintage with Keith Murray?
I didn't know what to expect, dog. And that was super dope. I didn't know what to expect. And so I'm very open about this. At that time in 2012, 2013, 2014, and I've even said it in my most current music, like I wish I didn't put out music. Like I wish, as we were just talking about, I worked on the craft more. And kept it like just to myself until I felt like, all
Was
right, now let's
ready.
do a song with Keith Murray.
Yeah.
Now let's do, you know, because at the time I don't think I really was ready, you know, and
But
at
on
the
the flip
same
side, you
time,
gotta go through that to even
exactly. And at
Yeah.
the same time, I think people respect me for that. They say, dog, you don't come as an MC. You know, people, you know, at least unless they're just lying to me and like people tell me people tell me all the time, like, dog, as an MC now, you a monster. And when I first heard you 10 years ago, I would have
Yeah.
never thought
Yeah, you will be this.
that you would have the capability
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
that. So maybe even though there's music that I've put out that I would find cringeworthy, not terrible or whatever, maybe because I put it out,
It led you to be a better MC.
it made me be a better MC, and it might even have some kind of weird appeal to people.
Yeah, for sure, for
Like
sure.
there's even more of a sense of respect. Be like, dog, you ain't supposed to be this
Yeah.
good right now.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? It's kind of like, it's one thing to see an NBA player just come out and be super, super dope. But let's say you followed this guy's career, and when he came in, he struggled and he wasn't that good, and he was warming up the bench, and you know, he was not a good NBA player, but then 6-7 years later, he's one of the best in the
Yeah,
league.
you appreciate that grind.
Kind of appreciate seeing that story a little bit more than just the dude who walked on the court and was super dope.
For sure, for sure. Now, 414, yourself and Stretch Money be dropping Bill and Isaiah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, first, 2 questions. Stretch Money as an MC, do you think he get the respect he deserved from the city?
No, he doesn't.
Oh.
And that's why we fucking
Yeah.
did this album. And
Yeah.
that's why we're Bill and Isaiah. That's why we're the bad boys. That's why we got a chip on our
he
shoulder.
definitely get the respect. The Pistons and Bill Isaiah, yeah, for sure.
We are hip hop's version of the Detroit Bad Boys from the 80s. I feel like, going back to what I was just saying, a lot of people, and it is nobody's fault but my own. You only get one first impression. There's still this vibe in Detroit hip hop with me, or in hip hop, where it's like, I could write an album if I fucking went into the lab and created something as good as Illmatic. It wouldn't matter to certain people because they're still looking at the 2010 version of me, and that's what stuck with them, because you only get one first impression.
Exactly.
So it's just kind of like, it's hard for them to even like see me in this light, or to give me what I feel is like the proper, you know, respect, or salute, or whatever the fuck. And with that being said, that could mean that they just don't pay attention to me, and maybe they haven't heard the music that I dropped in the last 3, 4, 5 years, because they're still stuck on Valid. Oh yeah, I remember Valid. Like, you know, that's their,
like, no,
forever.
It's a whole
it's like it's a whole different motherfucking thing. So that's with me. So I feel sometimes I may not get the certain looks I deserve, or whatever the fuck, whatever. Fuck them. With Stretch, kind of similar, where it's like, you know, people have called him things that I don't appreciate. One hit wonder, one this, or what happened to him? He fell off. Motherfucker, no, dog. He's rapping right now better than all you motherfuckers that got to say something about him. You get what I'm saying? And he's rapping better now than he was when he dropped Take Money to Make Money.
For sure.
But the politics of the game, the fact he had to sit down and went away for a hot minute, it changed shit, you know? And a lot of people, they know he's an incredible rapper, incredible MC. For whatever political reasons, whatever, don't want to rub shoulders with him.
Yeah.
So therefore, when you break it down like that, oh yeah, we the bad boys for real.
Yeah.
Like at that time, the other players, the refs,
for sure,
the media
against you,
we were, in wrestling terms, the heels.
Hell yeah, for sure.
The bad guys. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted the Lakers to win. Everybody wanted Boston to win. You know, especially the fans. Unless you were from Detroit,
you
were the bad guy
to
every fucking team.
We definitely was.
And me and Stretch Money, we just kind of feel like that's us in this rap shit, bro. Bill Lambier, you're Isaiah Thomas, and it's us against the world.
Let's get it.
You know what I'm saying? And they don't like us. Fuck them. That's the vibe. Elbow to the gut.
Hell yeah.
Something to the eye.
For sure. Hell yeah.
Trip your ass, Bill Lambier. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You don't want to be our friends? All right, cool. We don't want to be your friends either, bro.
Yeah.
And
So this project,
that's the energy that the album has too.
so this project is like a prove to the world, prove a point that y'all might not fuck with us like how you say, but y'all can't deny that this gonna be some dope ass.
Yeah, you can't deny that we're gonna win the championship.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. Now how this project looking? Like how many tracks, man? Like
It's 11 tracks. We already dropped a few singles.
yeah, sentimental, man. That junk.
Yeah,
That's one of those songs that gets it's like stuck in your head.
yeah.
Like the hook, oh girl is perfect on the hook and everything. Like
It's a Kelly Kerr
video, dope as hell.
with that one, dog. Funny story about that one. So back to some 80s bad boy shit. When we got in the lab to do this, we were already collecting certain samples, certain sounds. We wanted it to not sound outdated,
For sure.
but we wanted it to have this 80s energy. Because that's when Bill and Isaiah played. And
sure.
we both wanted to do, he was gonna do a project like that, and I was gonna do a project like that just had this real Miami Vice, motherfucking Ghost Rider, like 80s Scarface action vibe, like in sports cars and bikinis and whatever the fuck.
Hell yeah.
And when we got together, like an 80s gangster movie, you know what I'm saying? And he was showing me, this cover he had in mind of doing, and I had something similar. He's like, why don't we just do this together? And then that's kind of like the origin story of it. In the first session, before we started writing, I was like, Stretch, we got the beats now. Like, we sent these samples out, we sent these flips out, and these producers killed it. And they knew we were looking for that 80s sound. And I was like, it's simple as this, bro. I go, this album needs to sound like it's 1989.
Yeah.
They just won the championship.
For sure.
When Bill Laimbeer and Isaiah Thomas and the Pistons are at some dirty, grimy hours on the east side of Detroit at 4 a.m. There's cocaine and whores everywhere. Those are the exact words. And I go, and they're rocking Rolexes and button up a shirt unbuttoned at the top.
Yeah, showing taco meat. Yeah.
Looking like motherfucking Teddy Pendergrass, like loafers. You know what I'm saying? And I go, that's the vibe that we're trying to get.
Sure.
The button up, open with the gold chain.
Yeah.
And when I said that to him, we went that route, the whole album.
Yeah.
And then like a week or so later, he's like, dog, we're gonna capture that era.
Yeah.
We need a pop song.
Yeah.
Because when you watch Scarface, when you watch these
gangster
80s movies, when you watch Miami Vice, there's like these like pop songs, like Duran Duran, Madonna, Culture Club. And I'm like, a pop song, dog? We do Rugged Raw.
For sure.
What you talking about?
Yeah.
He goes, nah, but it's the concept. It's the 80s, And I'm like, you know what? You're right, bro. So we did it. I reached out to the homie Chuck Cross, who made the beat. I was like, bro, I need an 80s pop beat.
Yeah, sentimental.
Like,
I love that shit.
And I wrote that hook, and I did the dummy vocals. I went in the lab and I sang it. I can't sing.
Yeah.
And Stretch was like, yo, I love it, but obviously you're not the one to sing it.
Yeah.
And this is Stretch's words, word for word. He goes, we need a cute white girl to sing it.
Yeah.
To really make it like a pop song.
For sure.
A rap song.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know a few of those.
Yeah, so for sure.
Boom, made the phone call, and that's pretty much how it happened, man. So shout out to Kelly Kerr.
What's her name? Yeah, what's her name?
Kelly Kerr, Kelly, last name Kerr. And she's a dope singer, man. She does a lot of shit like locally, like around Wayne State and stuff. She'll do like acoustic sessions where it was just her and the guitar rocking.
Sure. Man.
And I knew the type of music she made. I'm like,
when I first seen that, I'm like, because he was talking about the song before it came out, on social media. Then come on, I'm like, damn, that's a catchy ass song. Like, you feel me? So I'm like, and then I heard a song, I'm like, damn, they both went in on this motherfucker. Then she's singing the hell out of the hook. So yeah, it was dope as hell, man.
Thank you, man. And even that song. So even though we went that route, that the whole concept of that song is talking about what I was just talking about with the Bad Boys. Like, I'm talking to other rappers. I'm talking to other people. I say, why these rappers acted like they didn't know me.
That's funny you say it, because when I talk about the bars, I was going to bring that bar up.
Yeah.
Why these rappers act like they didn't know me. Suddenly we go back now and winning trophies.
Yeah, suddenly we go back now that I'm winning trophies. Dog, I swear this shit's so phony when they acting sentimental.
Yeah.
And that was the whole thing. And even Stretch, he goes, I couldn't get a hello.
Yeah.
They smell my friend. And it's just kind of this like, Y'all was sleeping on us. Y'all was sleeping on us, and now we're gonna do this Bill and Isaiah shit. Keep sleeping.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
Keep sleeping.
I feel the same with the podcast.
This goes back to earlier what I was saying. Like I always keep a positive attitude, but there's a lot of producers, rappers, DJs, whoever the fuck, that they're nice in your face. They give you their phone number and you call them and they don't pick up.
For sure.
They ghost you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Stay a ghost, motherfucker.
Yeah, hell yeah. Don't come around when this motherfucker dropping. Yeah, hell yeah, for sure. That's the way it be. Now, sticking on that, talk about the bars, because, I take certain songs, certain bars from a song to talk about it. On Bottle, you had said, got some family friends that's near, still no one know me better than my engineer. I'm only open in the booth. Talk about like that, like, the only way you feel like you can express yourself for real through music is it hard to kind of like express how you feel about things like just in conversation, or are you just more comfortable doing it over a song?
More comfortable doing it over a song.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a weird thing that us artists deal with. Like even my demeanor when I go on stage and grab that mic, it's like a monster comes out.
Yeah,
it's a different thing. But off the stage, I'm chill, I'm cool. But on that stage, I am the most cockiest, arrogant.
Hell yeah, fuck you,
biggest asshole, Bill and
Hell yeah,
real.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Comes out. So I think even on an emotional, like opening up, it's the same way in the booth with the music. That's when I can truly, I feel comfortable being me. You know what I'm saying? There's certain people in my life that I feel like I can talk to and be completely open with, but very far and few in between. And when it's just me in the notebook, it's personal.
Yeah,
and then I just go to the lab and lay it. And that's what I meant is like, nobody knows more about me than my engineer.
Yeah, for sure.
He hears me venting or talking about whatever the fuck's going on in my life.
For sure.
That I wouldn't just talk about right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, we spoke on, your mother, and on Stat, you said, Mama, I'm sorry I ain't married yet.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
It was just, that was just the thing. Like, I think all parents want to see their kids settle down, give them grandkids, and it just ain't happened yet. And it's just, is again, that's a personal thing that in conversation, I don't think I would ever tell her, or it would be so weird or awkward to have that conversation. People are different, households are different, but I know in certain cultures, dog, it's just kind of like, it's like weird and off-putting when you become, you have like a deep emotional conversation. So motherfuckers don't talk.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what they say, like, especially with men, man. We bottle everything inside because you're just supposed to fucking be stoic and be normal.
You're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to be motherfucking sword and shit.
When I get to the lab, fuck all that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So I say things in the music that I probably should be saying in real life to people.
Yeah.
But yeah, that line is exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Now, tomorrow you say good things only run away when you chase. Chill, happiness awaits.
So on that song, and shout out to the homie Pigpen who produces a lot of my music. That's one of my favorite songs I ever made. Is Tomorrow with Illa J, J Dilla's brother. And Illa J put the fact that he's JD's brother to the side. Illa J is a super, super dope producer. Super, super dope singer. I love him. I love like when he be on that shit and he's doing his vocals and everything like that. And he's a good live performer. So shout out to Illa J and shout out to the whole Yancey family. They've been nothing but good to me. And so shout out to JD's mom, Marie Yancey, my Dukes, Uncle Herm, and Illa J. But that song, so my Mihailo album is kind of like a concept album where in the intro,
got you
talking about you talking to myself as a kid, and then on that song, towards the end of the album, the way the album kind of ends is the old version of me, like the 60-some-year-old version of me, to today's time, and it's talking to me, and I'm just giving the future me is giving the current me advice, and he just says like, with the music, with relationships, don't chase nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
Chase nothing, because if you chase, the only things can run away if you chase. If you don't chase something, it can't run away.
For sure.
Just accept what comes to you on its own and gravitates towards you.
For sure.
And I think that was me telling myself with my musical aspirations, like, don't really chase this music shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
and whatever's meant for you is gonna meant for you. But if you chase the shit and you chase it, stop chasing. Just be still, make dope shit, make cool business decisions, and just let shit come to you. And honestly, the coolest things to happen in my musical endeavors happen without me trying to make them.
For sure, yeah.
You know,
organically,
and so that's what that line is.
Now, the game winner, you say I ain't about to get pissed when you don't put me on your best list. You feel like you deserve a spot, or do you feel like now the music you making now is gonna eventually get you on that list, or you just don't give a fuck?
Oh, I just don't give a fuck. It goes back to what we were saying earlier, especially with the way music is consumed. Whoever's list I'm on, I'm gonna keep rapping for them. Whoever enjoys my music,
For sure.
that's what it is. You know, somebody else's. If you live by the, how does the saying go? You know, if you live by the praise, you're gonna die by the critics or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Same thing, dog. Hey, you love my music, great, appreciate you. If you don't, move on.
For sure.
But I'm better than you. What?
For sure.
Bill and
Hell yeah. Now we getting towards
the
the
alter
end.
ego comes out.
We getting towards the end, man. What is this something that you regret as far as like your approach? Like, is it something that you would do different with your approach to rap?
That's kind of what we were talking about earlier. But I think there's songs and shit that I probably would have been better off not putting out.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just waiting and working on the craft longer. That's probably my biggest regret. But then again, as we mentioned earlier, maybe that's a part of the appeal.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
Hell yeah.
Because there's been cats, especially when I dropped that Mihailo album, cats that I genuinely respect.
That's a dope ass album.
Thank you, brother. Came up to me and were like, "Look, dog, I didn't think you had it in you.
Yeah.
This shit is dope, and I never thought I would have told you had a dope album."
Yeah.
So it's like a backhanded compliment.
Like, okay, you show me love, but
it's real. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
I think because of that, they have a genuine respect.
Yeah.
So to those people, shout out to you.
For sure. And I got this one junk called Young Nigga Shit versus some shit I've been through. What's some things as a young valid you believe you just like, this is how shit supposed to be. But now, as you ain't got older, you like, man, you was tripping. What the fuck is you talking about? What's some shit back then you believed in that you just do not agree with at all now as an older valid?
Like, as far as like, it could be anything, like belief,
like
something.
Yeah. How you feel about women, music, whatever.
You
know what I'm saying?
There's definitely some deep ones.
Yeah.
I'll keep it more subtle.
All right.
I really wanted to play basketball when I grew up.
Yeah.
And I thought for sure I was going to play in the NBA.
Yeah.
No. But kind of like my wrestling thing,
Yeah.
I think that's why this whole Bill and Isaiah thing, I'm kind of getting a little to scratch that itch a little bit.
For sure.
Just like how I did with wrestling, with hip hop, with this basketball shit. Like when y'all see the merchandise roll out, that's gonna drop with Bill and Isaiah.
Shit, man, you gonna have to. I gotta get a shirt so I can wear on one of the shows.
Bro, when you see these shirts, when you see, I ain't gonna ruin no surprises.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna announce that the merchandise roll out
for sure
shortly. But seeing myself in this basketball themed, it is kind of fucking cool.
Hell yeah, NBA Jam on the what's in the video.
Yeah, it's slightly like, there you go, dog. That's the
no, for
maybe
sure.
you weren't good enough to play in the NBA, or athletic enough to be a professional athlete. But here's a cool ass consolation prize.
No, that's dope as hell.
To be a dope MC and
for sure
about basketball.
Hell
shit.
yeah, I definitely gotta get a shirt, man. Wear it on the show, man.
Appreciate it
for sure. Now, growing up, man, you watched Making the Band. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that was one of the most hilarious shows I've ever seen.
For sure. Nigga fighting all the time, Chopper and this.
When Dave Chappelle recreated it, I lost my mind.
So,
you just gonna do your taxes? That's what's hot right now.
Exactly, studio clothes. Now, if you and 5 other artists, it could be rappers, singers, producers, your dream album, you and 5 other artists, you're making a band. Like I said, producers, rappers, singers, however you want to go. Male, female, just you and 5 other people. It's always tough when you have to think about that. I kind of know who your producer going to be.
Dead or alive, like all time?
Current, throwback, whatever.
Me plus 4.
Yep. Yeah, 4. I said 5. My bad. You and 4.
No, no. It's
Yeah.
no 5. It's just
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Yep. It's hard, people. Thank you.
I don't know if I should say this. What would be, you said a dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we just dreaming right here.
For sure.
Stretch probably gonna crack up when I say this.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna call me. So why would you say that dumb shit? One or the other.
Yeah.
But it would be like the extension of the Bad Boys. It'd
Okay.
be the extension of Bill and Isaiah.
Yeah.
It would be Valid, Stretch, Danny Brown, Royce the 5'9",
Okay.
and Big Sean, and we would be the Bad
Yeah,
Boys. It would be the starting lineup.
Yeah, for sure.
And that would be. We would continue the concept.
Yeah.
Starts off with Bill and Isaiah, and then 5 Detroit motherfuckers just really, Danny Brown would be Rodman.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. You already know. Hell yeah. I already know Joe Dumars is Big Sean.
Yeah, Joe could be Big Sean.
Hell yeah.
Who's that? Royce would be Mahorn.
Yep. Hell yeah. I can see that.
And obviously me and Stretch would be Bill and Isaiah.
Hell yeah.
So that, but that's on some concept shit. All time, dog. Oh man, it's hard to say. I mean, yeah, it would be like me, Dilla.
Yeah, I knew you had Dilla on the production shit.
That would be, that would be right there. The fantasy of music would be fulfilled with just that.
3 other people.
Because I can go all over the place. I put Big Pun in there, bro. I love Big Pun. I will put Sugar Free in there.
Okay.
Just to talk that gangster ass pimp shit. I'm trying to go like all over the region.
Yeah.
Not just like in one region. I'm gonna go all over the shit. So I got me,
you,
Dilla, Sugar Free,
Big Pun.
I got one more. And just to reach back. Ooh, do I reach back to even an older generation, or do I reach forward to a newer generation? I'm gonna keep it current. Right. I'm not outdated, motherfuckers.
Yeah, like this.
I'm not an old head yet.
Yeah.
I'll put Freddie Gibbs in there though.
Freddie Gibbs.
Hell
yeah.
Freddie Gibbs.
No, me too. Hell yeah. Freddie Gibbs is slept on for sure. Yeah, man, I love Freddie Gibbs, man. Now, last thing I want to ask before I get to, my little funny shit. How do you want to be remembered as a rapper, as a person? Like, how you want this shit to be said and done? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I hope people remember me for just being an honest dude, a genuine dude, no ulterior motives. I think that's that. Musically, if they remember me for a motherfucker who leveled up more than anybody has any business doing, that's cool too. And I just hope they remember that I champion this city. You know what I'm saying? I love this city. I love the Detroit hip hop community and all of it. Not just the boom bap shit that we were talking about all today. Like I love Payroll.
Yeah, that's my dog.
All them cats, Sada Baby, all of them. I got love for all of them, and it's an honor to wave this flag. It's an honor to see, when me and Stretch drop Sentimental or the commentate joint, and these articles are saying like another big win for Detroit hip hop. I don't take that lightly. I don't take it for granted.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I just come in with mad respect, to the whole scene. And if that's what I'm remembered for, a respectful dude,
for sure,
who genuinely cared for the culture, the city, and all of that, and I think we'll be all right.
For sure, hell yeah, good answer. Give me our top 3. I give you a category, whatever. You give me your top 3. Top 3 childhood crushes, celebrity.
Oh man, Topanga.
Oh yeah, we got the same one right there, boy.
Topanga
was crazy.
Fine.
Yeah, I love her, dog.
She still is fine. I think I googled her.
Yeah, she's still the same.
Oh man.
So you
hey, yo, Topanga, you watch Shavers?
Yeah, they can pick one. Pick me or him.
So Topanga,
Love her.
What was Steve Urkel's crush? Laura.
Oh yeah. Laura Winslow.
Yep, Laura Winslow was pretty. It's all sitcom shit. Is it coming out? Oh man, I will say, who the fuck was super fine to me? I'm trying to think of some singers and shit now.
Yeah.
I didn't really go crazy for like Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
That third spot is a tie, dog.
Yeah.
From when I was a kid, or at least young teenager, whatever the fuck. I would say either J-Lo or Janet Jackson. That's that for sure. Tie right.
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong.
Oh, and honorable mention. I'm broken voice, bro.
It's all good.
Super pretty as hell. I always thought she was pretty as hell, and she's still pretty. And she's old now.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Shad, dog.
Oh yeah.
She just had this like these.
Don't you say that? Don't you say a word,
she
dog?
had that like. She had this.
He hate
exotic look, dog.
He hates Shad music, man.
You ever invite me over here, dude?
Man, no, he say what you say?
Boring?
Oh, yeah,
that shit's gangster, bro. You wanna know what's funny, man? All the fucking gangster rappers, especially from like the 90s and shit like that, they all got bars about like bumping Sade, like it's some like gangster shit.
Yeah.
Like Outkast says it. What song was that where Big Boy's like, I'm in the Cadillac bumping Sade. Like it's just some.
Get your life together, man. Get your life together.
For music, it's pour your lady a cup of wine, swirl it around, a cigar. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of the energy
for sure.
Not the sound, but that era of like when me and Stretch got together, Bill and Isaiah, we wanted to hit that
for sure.
That vibe.
Now you was talking about sitcoms, ladies you was liking Topanga and shit. Give me your top 3 TV shows coming up.
Oh man, top 3 TV shows coming up. What segment of my life are you asking? Like when I was a kid?
Let's keep it since you was talking about you love 90s. Let's keep it 90s.
Okay. 90s TV. Shit, dog. Fresh Prince, Martin. And I'm gonna give you 4.
Right.
Again.
Yeah,
No, I'm gonna give you 3, but I'm gonna give you an honorable mention.
All right, man.
Boy Meets World.
Okay, that's my shit. My dog Sean.
Yeah. And the honorable mention was motherfucking Home Improvement.
Oh yeah, Home Improvement was shit.
That shit was hilarious.
Let me ask you. I asked everybody.
Wilson, you know his face.
Oh yeah, you see this part? That's it, dog. I asked everybody this shit just because me and him talk about this show all the time. Did you tap into Wayne Brothers growing up, or you thought it was corny?
I watched it.
Yeah. It don't sound like you was interested.
You know what I'm saying? That shit was kind of like the Jamie Foxx show. Like they're straight, but they're not.
Classics.
They're not. Like I put Martin and Fresh Prince up there with like Sanford and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
And I've seen a lot of episodes of Sanford and Son. My mom used to watch.
Hell yeah, love Sanford and Son.
It would be like reruns in the 90s because that show was from the 70s.
Yeah.
And before, my mom would take me to school, that shit would be playing on it.
For sure. Like Rallo, Julio, shit.
That shit was fucking hilarious.
Hell yeah. Give me your top 3 moments in life.
Oh man. Most of them are music related. I'm gonna just keep it music because when I just start thinking about life in general,
go all over the place.
I don't even know. But
for sure.
As far as my musical life, top 3 moments was, all right, motherfuckers know Elzai is one of my goats.
Okay.
Like of all time. Not Detroit rapper, no, not underground rapper. Like if somebody, like, if you were to ask me right now, who are my top 10 favorite rappers ever, he's on the list next to like Slick Rick and Snoop Dogg and all that shit. Like I don't care how underground he is or whatever the fuck, he raps the best.
Okay.
And And his music is good as fuck too, because there's a lot of rappers that can rap really good, but their
But they
music is
yeah,
kind of whack.
exactly.
And then there's the other way around too, where it's like, yo, your music is really good, but you ain't really
Yeah,
dope of an
exactly.
MC.
Yeah.
And it's fine, whatever, however you get to the finish line, you get to the finish line. But with L, he's people know like that's one of my goats. And he was on my song Bottled, as you see, and that was one of the greatest moments in itself. But me and him, we didn't talk for a while, whatever. He was just busy, you know what I'm saying? He stays out, I believe, in Cali and LA. So it's not like I see this guy often. And, we're rep buddies, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Real life buddies like that. It's a rap friendship.
For sure.
But we got on the phone one time. He hit me up or whatever, and we're talking about things, and I forgot what even we were talking about, but and he just said, he was like, "Yo, dog, I see you move a lot of merch and shit like that." And he goes, "What's your Cash App?" So I gave him my Cash App, and he goes, "All right, just send me a bunch of shit." And motherfucking Elzai, one of my favorite rappers ever, just hit my Cash App with like $100-$150.
Yeah.
He didn't know. He was just like, "Bro, boom,
Just send me some shit.
Just send me some shit. I want to support." And to me, that it wasn't the $100-$150.
Yeah,
it was the fact that he respected me like that.
Yeah.
He respected my grind. He respected my music, and he respected what I do. He didn't have to do that. $150 for anybody. That's a lot of money.
For sure. Hell yeah.
Put that in the gas tank.
Hell yeah.
That's a couple dinners.
Yeah, it's a gross. Yeah.
You could have went and bought a fucking dope ass thing for your crib.
Yeah.
A badass motherfucking bomber jacket.
Hell yeah.
You could have went to the mall and spent that $150 even if it was just like leisure money laying around.
Yeah.
But you wanted to support Valid, bro.
For sure.
And I was listening to dude. I'm about to get emotional right now.
Yeah.
I was listening to dude for years before he even knew I existed.
Yeah, for sure.
Like damn near religiously.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was one of those moments. Was like, you made it, bro.
Hell yeah, for sure.
Whether you never get to quit your day job or not, you made it.
Hell yeah, that's a dope ass moment. Hell yeah.
Favorite rapper.
Yeah, bought some shit from you.
And one of the world renowned best lyricists in the world, Elzai, just said, "Come on," and that was super dope. So I just took a big box and I put my vinyl records in there, some shirts that I had, and CD. I just threw everything, stickers.
Yeah, he was like, "Let me stuff this."
To me, it was just like, let's just fill this box up as much as I can with valid merchandise and apparel and shit. So I think I sent him a hoodie, a couple T-shirts, whatever the fuck. And that was everything to me.
For sure.
Number 2, musical things. And I'm gonna put these 3 moments all kind of like in one moment. When Static Selector started playing my joints on Shade 4-5. Well, let me rewind. When DJ Eclipse, he was the first person at Shade 4-5 at Sirius XM to play my songs for the world to hear. So that was dope. But then when Static Selector did it, who is if you're a hip hop head, is like a household name, and he was instrumental in a lot of careers blowing up. Freddie Gibbs, Mac Miller, like he's one of the world's biggest producers and motherfucking DJs, in the world of hip hop. And the dude is like one of the GOATs, because when you think about it, he got the 3 GOAT stamps. He works for, a Rock Nation, so he does shit for Jay.
Yep.
He does shit for Nas on Mass Appeal.
Yep.
And he does shit for
Eminem,
for Shade 4-5. And it's just like, that's one of them dudes. And I was always a fan of his music. And so for him to play my shit, that was crazy. And to continue that moment, not too long after that, when motherfucking DJ Premier played my shit, dog.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, that's dope as hell.
And arguably, when people talk about who's the greatest hip hop producer ever, people gonna say, at least in our world, people gonna say Dr. Dre.
For sure.
Some people gonna say Jay Dilla. Some people gonna say DJ Premier. Outside of those 3, is more rare.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
Those 3 people
is the ones,
the votes for the greatest hip hop producer of all time.
For sure.
And motherfucker on Mount Rushmore is playing my shit. And then he didn't just play one song. Neither did Static. When I saw first he played my joint with Elzai, Bottled.
Okay.
And a week later, this motherfucker played my most Detroit song ever, What Up, Though.
Yeah.
That's the name of the song.
Hell yeah.
And he's playing this on Shade 4-5, Sirius XM.
Hell yeah.
The fucking DJ Premier.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was I think I might have shed a tear. Like that
Yeah.
was goosebumps. And I was
Yeah.
just looking at my CD collection, and I'm looking at like the Gangstar CDs.
For sure. Hell
And then I'm
yeah.
looking at like the Biggie CD, and I'm looking at the Busta Rhymes CD, and I'm looking at all these CDs that I own, that I grew up, that he did production
And
on.
now he playing your shit.
And I'm like, this motherfucker is fucking with me.
Hell
And,
yeah.
this is, dreams
Yeah.
come true. So those DJs, all of them, even Tony Touch, bro, played when me and Stretch dropped a couple summers ago, Like This, our summertime banger. The next day, Tony Touch was playing it,
Yeah.
and I was just like, that to me is always gonna be super dope. Another, probably the craziest moment ever. Dilla to me is the GOAT. Dilla is everything, and so DJ Head, my producer that I was telling you about earlier, that did all the shit for Shady Records. He made the Renegade beat for M&J, all that.
For sure.
And they were really tight in this game before Dilla passed in 06. And so DJ had Dilla, Deny from D12, all of them. They were really, really cool with each other. Proof, all that. And Dilla passed in 06. DJ had stopped fucking with Shady Records a little bit before that, and lived in Germany for a minute. And so when Dilla passed, had only been out to LA once or twice on some business meeting shit. Cause shit slowed down. He left Shady Records, so he was just chilling, collecting his checks and doing his thing, not touring no more. Whatever. So he wasn't in LA like that anymore. So that's where Dilla's buried. So a couple summers ago, summer of 21, me and DJ Head, we take a trip to LA. And we're meeting with labels, and Bill and Isaiah was almost done. And I'm trying to pitch that to some motherfuckers, and it was just a business trip. And so I told DJ Head, I said, we got to go visit Dilla, bro. Like, I have to. So I called Dilla's mom, and I say, hey, can you tell us where he's located, buried, whatever? And she goes, I'm gonna hook you up with J. Now I'm talking about the J Rock from not the J Rock with Kendrick. No. The original J Rock from Stone's Throw Records, from the Sound Bombing, from Raucous Records, that was involved in all that shit from LA. And he's a legend in my eyes. And he was super tight with Dilla too, because when Dilla had the group with Madlib, J-Lib, J-Rock was their DJ and everything. So anywho, so she goes, I'm gonna have J-Rock call you. And I'm like, what? J-Rock about to call me? I've been listening to this motherfucker since I was a kid. Okay, like,
for sure.
Keeping it cool. And he hit me up. J-Rock hit me up, and that was really dope. And so this is a crazy fucking story. And we go. It was really, really strange. So DJ Head, he's on some, I want to say superstitious shit, but it is like angel numbers. Like, he'll be like, man, this whole trip I'm seeing these angel numbers. What they say. I'm like, man, stop that shit, bro. So we're on the way to the cemetery to meet up J-Rock, and I pull over at a 7-Eleven, and I'm like, we got to buy some donuts. Like in our culture, like in many culture, you bring food for the deceased and shit like that. So I walk in, and I'm gonna buy 4 donuts, and I want to buy 4 bottles of water. And there's only 4 donuts. This whole shop. It was almost like a movie. There's like 4 donuts
right there.
It's almost meant to be or some shit. Not a big deal. I just found it strange, so I grabbed the 4 donuts, and I bought donuts because Dilla Donuts, like that was his album, and people eat donuts from Jay Dilla. Buys 4 bottles of water. We get back in the car. We get there. J-Rock says, I'm a few minutes behind. I'm gonna see y'all there. So I park in the parking lot before you go to these big gates. And this is the same cemetery like Michael Jackson's buried at. Like that. And I'm sitting in the parking lot. And right when we stopped the car, it turned 333. Head goes, that's an angel number. I'm like, here we go. And then I got shook. Like, the shit gave me goosebumps when he Googled what 333 means or some shit like that. And this website, the first result said, the masters who have ascended are near you. And that shit fucked me up. Because we are getting closer to Dilla.
But no.
And he's definitely a master of the craft. And that shit scared me. And there were word for word was the masters who have ascended, in which he ascended, are near you. And the next sentence was like, and they're here to help. Me and Head got real quiet. And that shit creeped me the fuck out. And we were just sitting there silent. and all of a sudden, boom, 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 J-Rock's knocking on the door. I'm like, oh my God, that's J-Rock.
Yeah.
So, and then the coolest moment of it all, man, J-Rock took us to Dilla's headstone, and I don't even smoke much, but I smoked with them, and it was one of the coolest moments of my life. I barely talked because I didn't know Dilla. I'm just a fan.
For sure.
And I'm looking at his headstone, and I'm looking at J-Rock, who's really tight with him. And I'm looking at DJ Head, who was really tight with him. And they've never met, but they had a huge mutual respect for each other. Like,
exactly.
Like I was like, J-Rock, what up? This is DJ Head. He goes, oh, I know who DJ Head is.
Yeah.
And they were talking about all this dope ass Detroit hip hop.
You just soaking all that shit in.
And I'm just sitting there, and I realized how cool life was. I'm like, I'm sitting here at my favorite musical artist headstone, and music means a lot to me. Part of my fucking DNA. You know what I'm saying? And I'm watching DJ Head, Grammy Award winning fucking legend, J-Rock, who was instrumental in a lot of careers, Anderson .Paak, all these motherfuckers that came through Stone's Throw, and Dilla himself. And literally, they're talking over Jay Dilla's headstone, just bullshit and kicking it.
For sure.
And it was a beautiful day, bro. And I was just so at peace at that moment.
That's dope as hell.
I was like, life is dope.
Yeah, man.
And then, obviously it would have been, you hate to see people pass.
For sure.
Way
to me, yeah.
Still around.
Hell yeah.
I always think about that. Like, what would Detroit hip hop look like if Dilla was around? Would he be fucking with the payrolls and the shit
for
like
sure.
that?
Hell yeah. Damn.
He would have.
Yeah.
And
definitely with payroll. I can see that.
I can see that because payroll can really, really rap.
No, for sure. Hell yeah.
So like, I think if Dilla was around,
payroll, we still waiting for you to come on the show too.
Yeah, and like and that day was beautiful. We left there, and it was just so strange that day, we go to a concert in LA that was like Detroit themed. It was Elzhi and Boldy James. And I got songs with both these guys. I know them, we chilling, whatever.
Sure.
And it was just so weird. Like the homie Ty Ferris was there. My people's it was like Detroit took over this venue in LA, and it was like Boldy. Rome Streets was there. And it was just a beautiful moment. And it was such a Detroit hip hop moment because at 9:00 their time, it means it turned midnight over here. And it was Proof's birthday.
Oh shit, damn.
And it was just like, it was so fucking, and I brought that up to Elzhi. He said, this shit is weird. It's Proof's birthday. And I ain't seen DJ Head in years.
Yeah.
And DJ Head was one of Proof's right hand. And he's just like, and we're in LA. And I was like, bro, I know. And I was just over Dilla's grave.
Yeah.
Dilla and Proof were really tight.
For sure.
Peace to both of them. It was just
that shit was there. All crazy.
It was that day to me, it felt like I died and went to heaven.
For sure. That's a day you're gonna always motherfucking remember it.
Until the day I die. One of the best moments of my life. Other than that, also music shit, when people find my song, I'm Blessed, people from all over the world, sometimes every few months, somebody will hit me up and say, yo, this just popped up on my Spotify. I was really depressed. I was really messed up.
Yeah.
And this song just like made me
get some shit right. Yeah.
Like got my head right and made me think that maybe I shouldn't be crying as much as I am, and I got a lot to be blessed about.
Man, with that story, I hate to even end it on my drunk moment, high moment.
We up here and
I'm like, damn. All right, so when would you drunk? Like, damn, should we just end it off that? Shit, I think we should end it off that, man. Just our respect to the dead Dilla and Proof.
Yeah.
I feel like any story after that be fuck the interview up, especially also, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I think that's the perfect way to end everything, bro.
Hey, before we end this, I want to thank you for having me.
No, for sure.
Appreciate it. And April 14th, Valid and Stretch Money take over the world. Bill and Isaiah drops. We win the championship on April 14th, 1989. Again,
for sure.
2023 is 1989, and we Bill and Isaiah April 14th. April 29th. Oh, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
29th, we have the official release party. I'll hold it up. There we go. Yep. Cool. April 29th, we have the official release party at L Club. Valid and Stretch Money are Bill and Isaiah. We got Asaka the Renegade. We got Super MC rocking. And we got the motherfucking Bruiser Wolf or the Bruiser Brigade rocking. Sure. So it's going to be dope. April 29th. Tickets available now at lclub.com. April 29th.
Hell yeah.
April
Make sure y'all check that out.
April 29th. April 14th. April 29th.
Hell yeah.
April 14th. April 29th.
No, damn, now you going to make me play 1429 lottery. I don't even
It doesn't matter.
You talk about numbers and everything, so
man, it got real creepy.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you're doing on this day. If your wedding is on April 29th, reschedule that shit.
Yeah, move it.
Valid. Stretch Money, Bill and Isaiah. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. And shit, man, where can they find you on social? Keep up with you and all that stuff.
Everything is valid 313. So that's one thing that pisses me off. A lot of motherfuckers think my name is valid 313. And I've seen it in magazines where they're like, valid 313. I'm like, that's not my name, dog.
It's just nigga Detroit.
You can't fucking. The word valid's already taken on everything. It's a common everyday word. So I have to add numbers on my social media. My website's valid313.com. All my social media is valid313. My YouTube channel is valid313. Go buy some merch or some shit like that. And yeah, everything is valid313. But my name is valid.
Hell yeah, man. Shout out to Valid.
Yeah.
Shout out for your time, man.
Oh, man,
appreciate you coming out here and chopping it up and stuff. Goddamn, I'm sorry about that, dog. Keep messing up. It's all good. You want to leave anybody with some motivational words, though? You know what I'm saying?
Do you, and just be about what you about, and stop listening to other people. Take advice, but
don't let that be everything.
Yeah, I had to learn that lesson recently in life, a few different ways. Do what your soul wants to do, and don't do anything you don't want to do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? When you don't feel like last night, when you don't feel like getting drunk, and your homie pours a whole bunch of fucking Jim Beam or whiskey or whatever the fuck in your cup,
yeah,
and he goes, "Oh, come on, just take it."
Yeah.
Put that fucking cup down.
Yeah, for sure, because you're gonna regret it.
Yes, dude, your soul is your guide, and when your soul's like, "No, don't get drunk. You gotta do a podcast tomorrow."
Yeah. Hell yeah, hey, but he made it.
But I'm here, baby.
He made it, man. Like I said, man, I appreciate you coming on this mud, man.
Man, it was a good time.
Shout out to everybody, man. Episode 153.
Yeah.
Valid in the building, man. Podcast MVP. Voice of Detroit. We out this thing.